2. Hook. Jab.
Which one?
Left.
Left?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm Joy Bryant, and this is Across the Board. I'm about to hang out with my boy, Mike Epps. I'm gonna show him a thing or two. He thinks he's showing me about boxing. I'm gonna show him a thing or two about how I roll. About how tough I am. Tired. I am at the Fortune Boxing Gym in Hollywood waiting for my friend Mike Epps. We're gonna box, catch up, hang out with some pit bulls, because that's how we do. Hey, boo!
Joy, what's up? I didn't even know that was you standing there. What's up? Look, we at the gym. What's up? What's up?
I love your outfit.
Oh, you know the thing? Oh, damn.
You gotta slow your roll. You better step gingerly.
I didn't know y'all had Mike Tyson in here. This is my little playground. This is where I get a good sweat at. And this is where I work out at.
Oh, yeah?
You know, give me a little, I'm not a boxer, but this is one of my nice little workouts.
I like your boxing your boxing attire.
Yeah, man, I train in all of this Walmart jewelry. Let me show you some of this I got over here. Put the cha-cha on it, cha-cha. Apoyo loco. Apoyo loco. Wing lever dance, the wing lever.
So when did you start boxing?
I've always street fight, you know what I mean? I get in a street fight, but I thought I could box until I came in the boxing ring, and I realized that I couldn't box. So I started training maybe about 7, 8 years ago.
Oh, wow. All right, so what should we do next?
Okay,
what should I do next? Because this is your turf. This thing?
Yeah, that's it. That ain't hard. And you just pull it. Act like you a fat girl and that's a Twinkie. Pull it.
You grew up in Indianapolis, huh?
Yeah.
When did you get into comedy? Like, were you a class clown, or?
Well, they had a local competition one time, and my friends came to me and they was like, Mike, you know what? You funny around the house, you funny around the neighborhood. Can you go on stage and make somebody laugh?
How old were you?
18.
18.
I'm like, yeah, I can make people laugh. So I go up, I win the $500. Nice. Now my name is all on the radio locally. My mother's like, I heard you on the radio.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I go back next week with a 3-piece suit on.
Clean.
Clean. This time I wasn't as drunk as I was the first time. They booed my ass off the stage. Boo!
So that was your first bomb?
That was my first bomb, because I didn't do what I did the first time I came. So the third time I came back, got drunk again, didn't put on the 3-piece suit,
Right.
went up on the stage and I did good. From there, I was like, I think I got a little career. Got on the Greyhound bus, moved to New York with $1,500 in my pocket. The $1,500 was gone in 2 weeks. I was playing 3-car Molly in Times Square. CeeLo, eating hot dogs, looking at all the buildings. $1,500 gone, but anyway, God bless me. I ended up getting on Def Comedy, Russell Simmons Def Comedy
in New
Jam.
York?
In New York. Def Comedy Jam was big because it was the breakout show for comedians who broke out, people like Chris Tucker, Bernie Mac, Martin Lawrence, Dave Chappelle, anybody that is somebody nowadays went through Def Comedy Jam. And at the time, I mean, that was the show to be on for any young comic. Yeah.
Looking back on it now, you remember there are people who felt that it portrayed negative stereotypes of black people. Like, what do you? I mean.
Well, I think that when you put it in perspective, that was our culture. That was how black people laughed.
Raw and unadulterated.
Raw and unadulterated.
Yeah.
When we hear something, we all got you know what I mean? We jump all over the place. We
call and response.
Yeah, we call and response.
It's interactive.
Yes, interactive.
Yeah.
You get to talk about people. So I think that culture itself, it showed America that there was a new way of comedy, and it was a platform for us, because before Def Comedy Jam, you wouldn't see black comics on Comic Strip Live.
It was hard to get that exposure because
It was.
people didn't understand what
They
you guys
didn't
were
understand
doing.
it, that's right.
What's the line between like raunchy and honest? You know, like, do you think that there are times when things go too far, or sort of like you think everyone just have a sense of humor and just kind of?
Well,
what do
you
think
know,
about that?
I really think it's the individual. You know, I think it's the comic itself. Some comics have the ability to go up and say anything and people laugh. And some comics don't have that ability.
It kind of seems like intention. Like if your intention behind it is to be mean, then that comes out. But if
It
you're
does.
Like, you
No doubt.
can pretty much say anything.
I can say anything, you know what I mean? Because I go up on stage, I call a woman a bitch and she's just sitting there laughing at me. I'm like, damn. You got to have a gut instinct and a sensibility about a joke. You know, as a comic, you personally have to be like, I don't think I'm gonna use that joke, you know, because I've used jokes and the crowd was like, oh, and you know, a real comic, somebody that's really funny, they know how to make a joke out of a mistake, you know.
To roll with it.
A real comic will talk about himself. Once he figures out you don't like him, he just join the crowd and not like himself too,
Right.
you know. Yeah.
What's your process?
It's very simple. You know, I never approach comedy and I never approach my set as a set.
Now, you got into some trouble when you were younger, huh?
I did. Started selling narcotics and got busted. Find your talent and find your purpose in life because that is what's going to save you.